Welcome back, my friends from Egypt. I received a lot of people messages who told me I have to react on the new Abyusif album, and I do 2 parts of this album. This is how it's planned right now. I go for 6 tracks today, and the next video I make tomorrow or 2 in 2 days. I'm not sure when I will find the time, but yeah, we're going for this right here first. I'm not sure, it's just an Arabic title. Then we have Hayati, Fuf, El Shams, Shaba, and Aki. That was unintentional. I'm sorry for this. Let's go with this track first. This already got released 2 weeks ago. I think it's part of the EP. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's part of it. Let's start right here.
يا ابني دي كانت زمان روعة. ما كانش فيه العماير دي خالص، كانت كلها مساحة خضرة كده. كان عايش فيها راجل كده اسمه يوسف. يوسف ده بقى كان عنده عنكبوت اسمه أكي.
I have to say I like this visualizer a lot. I don't know if this is like AI generated or if they had like people who drew this stuff. I'm not sure.
أكي كان عنده صاحبه خفاش اسمه فوف. أكي دايما كان على كتف يوسف كده وبيتمشى عليه، وفوف كان يوسف دايما ينده عليه ويقول له فوف، وهو يرد عليه يقول له يوسف ويجي له. يوسف ده بقى كان عامل جو كده، بيربي بقر وبيعزف لهم جيتار، وما كانش بيخلي اي حد يضايق البقر ولا يجي جنبه، وكان بيجي له محلات برجر بالهبل وجزارين بس.
Okay, so it's just my thought what I see right here, but we see the cows, we see him with the spider on the shoulder, and then we have a beef burger. You know, there's something about this, like the cow become the beef, and this seems to be what he's talking about right here, you know.
البقر ده انسى. وبقول لك يا ابني ده في مرة.
So maybe about like life and death, how this is a circle basically, and about predators. Spider is a predator as well, you know.
أكيد حد يوسف إنه يرمي طوبة على القمر، ولما حد حكى لي القصة دي في الأول قال لي إن يوسف ده في الحاجات دي ما بيجليش، هو ما بيجليش في حاجة عامة. بس بقى قام يوسف رامي الطوبة على القمر. الحوار الغريب إن القمر وقع يا اسطى، وقع بجد، نزل كده من السماء ورشق في الأرض كده قطعة واحدة. بسرعة قام البقر جاري على القمر وابتدوا ياكلوا فيه. كلوا القمر يا اسطى، مرة واحدة الدنيا ضلمت.
What's happening? Why the cows eating the meteorite? Is this how it is called? I'm not sure. Like the starfall? Why are they eating that? Is this like a fantasy story? What is going on?
ما هو مفيش قمر، ما هو اتاكل. كحل يا اسطى، انت مش شايف كلب في حتة. بقر اتسعر ومرة واحدة قاموا فاتحين عينيهم والنور بتاع القمر طلع من عينيهم حاجة، وقام ايه يا باشا ابتدوا يجروا ورا يوسف. هنا يوسف قام حاطط أكي في جيبه ونادى.
Bro, this is crazy. The cows become predators. Holy heck. They're coming back at you. Right now the human is the predator who slaughters the cows. The cow will strike back.
مرة فوف ما يردش عليه، قعد ينده عليه فوف فوف فوف، برضه ما ردش عليه، بس البقر ابتدى يقرب منه قوي فكان لازم يهرب. وقد كان البقر المسعور أكل الجنينة كلها. في نفس الوقت ده يوسف هرب هو وأكي راحوا كهف، بس كان كهف فاجر يا اسطى. كان اللي هو بقى فيه ترابيزة.
You know, I think this track is kind of cool because it's basically him just talking, like sitting at the chimney in the evening or at night and telling a story to the children, and there's all with background music that is just for the vibe, you know, and not rhythmically. Really interesting stuff, you know.
بلاي ستيشن ودارتس، بس طبعا يوسف مش مهتم بالكلام ده، هو نفسه يرجع تاني. انا ما فهمتش صراحة هو ليه كان عايز يرجع الجنينة، بس المهم يعني الحتة اللي جاية دي تايهة مني شوية، عشان هو كان اكتشف حاجات كتير وعمل حاجات كتير ما فهمتش ازاي يعني، بس من تحليلي الشخصي اظن ان كان في نيزك، لان تقريبا كان وقت الديناصورات، بس برضو الواد اللي حكي لي قال لي ان في بلاي ستيشن. المهم يعني يوسف ده اخترع بقرة آلية، بس بقرة آلية فجرة. المهم يا باشا يوسف خد البقرة الآلية بتاعته دي، ما تفهمش دخل جواها هو وأكي، وطلعوا ايه على الصحراء اللي كانت الجنينة زمان.
Holy heck, what is going on? Now the cow is a giant robot. And there's something about the dinosaurs. And this even makes sense with like the starfall.
اتخانقوا بقى مع البقر فاهم. دخلوا يا باشا بقول لك ايه، لقوا البقر زايد قوي وكبر قوي وبقى متوحش قوي. داخل يوسف يا باشا بالبقره الآلية بتاعته وعم مدغدغ فيهم، بيجز عليهم جامد، كان قافش وعمال يناولهم.
Bro, this cow robot has laser eyes and is making like the apocalypse happen on Earth. Holy heck.
لحد ما مرة واحدة فاكر الخفاش اللي هو فوف ظهر يا ابني مرة واحدة، ظهر شايل الشمس في ايده كده وقام رامي الشمس على البقر. البقر اتدغدغ، تخيل الشمس فاهم. المهم البقر كله ايه اللي هو اتحط عليه بقى خلاص، ما بقوش منورين كده ورجعوا بقر عادي فاهم، اللي هو عادي زي في بداية الكرتون اصلا.
Oh wait, this all was just a dream? Are you telling me this is just a dream? Like the cows were dreaming of taking revenge on mankind?
بس يا باشا قام يوسف نادي على فوف، فوف قال له رجع يا باشا كل حاجة مكانها. قام فوف مرجع كل حاجة مكانها فاهم، قفش القمر والشمس كده وطار بيهم فاهم ورجعهم مكانهم. وبس يا باشا الدنيا رجعت تمام والجنينة والبقر، عشان كده سموها جنينة البقر.
Holy heck! What is actually going on? A film by Riot Murish, written by Abyusif, sound score by Muhammad Al-Alfi. That was crazy, man. Okay, we're going for Hayati. I think the rest of it are just audio, so we're gonna have some music as well, not just the storytelling thing. Let's go for Hayati right here. Alright, so this sounded absolutely awful. I don't know who had the idea of making this, but this sounded awful in every manner. Like, I don't know what I even should say about this. Yeah, alright, let's see. Maybe it's getting different now?
ما تكونش نكون هناك مش مؤكد، حاجات كتير جنبي عشان بحتاجها. بغيب ما ببقاش هنا ببقى ملثم، ولو مخي ما هديش انا بلبخ. حلمي كان بسيط بس مش فاكره، وهموم الدنيا تشيل جدري من اخره. ببتسم اما بشوفهم عليا بيكتروا، عشان ده بيخلي يوسف يشيل الرحمة من قلبه. المكان ده بالليل بيكون فيه عفاريت.
Yeah, so at least in this song he's trying to go for these new school that we know a lot in Egypt, but with his own style. You know, I feel like almost all the famous artists, like who are really the big names in the Egyptian scene, try to do this new school. I take out Ahmed Mekki at this point. I think Mekki is special in that case. He couldn't do whatever music he wants because people will love it anyways. And he has the possibilities to do all of this, but yeah, Abyusif not doing the style anymore that he did before, like he did in earlier days.
يخلي يوسف يشيل الرحمة من قلبه. المكان ده بالليل بيكون فيه عفاريت، وبتحول في ثانية وافوق بالبطيء. ما تدورش فيا على صديق ما تلاقيش، اوريدي انا جوايا كتير. ما بيحبوش بعض ما شافوش حنان فما بيوروش ضعف. ما الدنيا بتحلى برضو ملهاش طعم، عشان جوايا حفرة وملهاش عشقة بس مش فارق لي اللي ضاع واللي صعصع هدي مش صعبة زمان ردله طعنة صدوا مش في الحساب انتوا فالصوا برضو.
I don't know. This sounds really not good. That is really not good. I mean, I can imagine the lyrics are cool, but the music itself, the vocals sound not good. The beat doesn't sound good. Yeah. Oh, this is produced by Abyusif. Okay, he made the beat himself. Holy heck. I hope this is not an insult then.
يوسف ما يميزكش برده قدوا لقوني صاحي في بعض عضوا وشطوا اللي سوحكوا على شطوا اتغطوا يوسف انا ماشي اخبط برجلي ازق الباب يتكسر دي الحته اللي جوايا من حياتي فاضله وحشاني ياما لا اله الا الله ما عدكوش ان اكون هناك مش مؤكد حاجات كتير جنبي عشان بحتاجها بغيب ما ببقاش هنا ببقى ملثم ولو مخي ما هديش انا بلبى انا حلمي كان بسيط بس مش فاكره وهموم الدنيا تشيل الجدر من قطره ببتسم اما بشوفهم عليا بيكتروا عشان ده بيخلي يوسف يشيل الرحمه من قلبه يوسف.
I mean, in this final part he at least sounded like it was actually rapping. That is better than nothing actually, you know. So he kind of switched into a flow scheme right here. We're going for Foof next. Yeah, as I said, just 6 tracks in this reaction. At this point I'm not sure if I want to make a second part. I'm really not sure. I mean, what I can imagine is that this is like nice for live. You know, that when you're on a live stage, this is really bumping. And especially I understand when big artists making music like this, because the live concerts is what they make the most money with. So it makes a lot of sense if artists making music that is meant for the live stage. So I actually understand that, you know.
والسما بتتشاق اطلق بقر على الخلق شرب في الموتور من جوا انا دار ده من جوا انا بدار حسيتش بنفسي غير في غياب اللي شاك انا ديابة بتتحب كنتوا ارحمكوا بس ليه اعمل ده تشتغلوا اوزار.
I mean, this is very bass heavy. You have a lot of bass in this beat, and this once again got produced by Abyusif. I feel like he wanted to make this style very dark, a lot of bass, and the mixing is very going overboard. Like we have crazy mixing on this, like especially in the way that the style of mixing is something we don't hear that often, you know. There we go again. That was a short verse actually. You know, I wonder, this voice sounds like he's been drinking too much of that lean. You know, this is the voice sound, like how rappers drinking lean because they want their voice to sound like freaking sick. You know. بس مش هشوفك لما ادوسك انا قطر لساني زافر زي التونه انا فاضي اوكي واللي في ايدي ده كوكب الارض اوكي لاقي خوبي بيرجع وانا مصمم على الرج بس مكمل كوسه جست وجيت الفاضي عليها الحف عليك وكله هيتزق كله ينزل تحت كله يكمل زحف كله يكمل لما الموج هيبدا صح قلبي يزيد وتثبت لك القصه فيش غير اللي بيتبعك فيش غير اللي بيسمعك بس غيري بتدعك Yeah, I can only repeat myself. I think it sounds awful. Like, I don't see where this right here, which nerve this wants to hit. I mean, I kind of understand it's a sound that is not regular. Like, it's pretty unique in that way. You find, and especially I think the hardcore Abyusif fans, they love everything that he's putting out, but I don't. Like, it's yeah, it's not that I can take anything from this, you know. El Shams is the next track that we're going for right here. This one is produced by Lil Baba, by the way, so no Abyusif beat on this, mixed and mastered, and let's see. Yeah, all right.
الحفرة تسد الحلق الصحبة تمد الحبل من الحفرة طلعت لقيتني طلعت كبرت بجد بس لسه ما بثقش في حد بطل غنى امتى اكون ما بتنفس بنيت كل ده بصوتي انا مهندس مش شغال على نفسي شغال على الاسم لي استفاد ايه انا على ما احس معايا بس طفي نارك
I just want to say this at this point because I think even rather unknown artists or someone who is disliked generally more would make such an album. People would be like crazy going on like how bad this is. You know, people would be hating like crazy. I don't think they will hate on Abyusif right here. I don't want to hate on him as well. I just say my personal opinion. I say I don't think it sounds good. But that's just my personal point of view. So I just wonder, and that is the real question I have right here. What is the what Abyusif wants with this album? Why is he making the sound like this? It has to have a purpose, you know. He's not doing this. He's a big businessman. He's not doing this for no reason, you know. So there has to be a reason, or is he just doing for fun what he wants, right? That I don't know, actually, you know.
اتعلمت ما خازمش الشمس الحفرة تسد الحلق الصحبة تمد الحبل بالحفرة طلعت
What we don't have in this, and this is what Abyusif is actually famous for, it is crazy rapping technique, the flow, the rhymes, and he's in parts showing this right here, but it's overshadowed by the autotune. So he's actually showing some rapping parts, and then he is mixing this with long autotune tones that are wrong tones actually, and slow parts where he's really slow rapping and it's not singing at the same time. So it's with autotune but it's not singing. So we can see in glimpses that he has these old aspects of rapping in these songs, but he's not putting this too obvious in this, you know.
بس لسه ما بثقش في حد تيجي عليا وانا ما بتجيبش معايا سوري نتكلم اما اروح بعد ما اقفل تليفوني نشغل انت بده وده وانا جوا زوري بمشيها بمزاجي بكيفي وعلى شوي قصة اصل انا مش بخاف من الدم وعليا كل الناس بتتلم كل اللي عمالين كان كل اللي عداني اتصم مفيش بص تاني للخلف اللي بيعمل كده بيختل سيب علامة ما بتتشالش ازعل بقى ما تدوجاش على الدنيا ما بتبخلش دمي انا بارد بنزف تلج
Now, if the lyrics in these songs are especially good, write it down in the comments. I take everything back about the song, like the album being awful. If the lyrics are fire, like you can write it down in the comments if the lyrics are fire. I can only judge, or I don't want to judge. I actually don't want to judge. I don't want to say it's bad. I'm not that guy who sits right here and plays God, you know. I'm just saying that in my ear, my personal point of view, I'll listen to it, I dislike it from the sound perspective, and I can't say anything about the lyrics in the first place, you know. That is what I'm doing right here. It's not that I'm doing anything else, you know.
الحفرة تسد الحلق الصحبة تمد الحبل من حفرة طلعت لقيتني طلعت كبرت بجد بس لسه ما بثقش في حد لسه ما بثقش في
All right. I mean, the style of this album, and I think it's like he's making up a new genre, but I've seen this in cases like when Marwan Pablo released new stuff. And I think we heard already a new album by Marwan Pablo and Abyusif, if I'm not mistaken. They released an EP not so long ago. I think it was even in this year. And in this one, I heavily criticized the album as well, you know. I was like, yeah. Shaba is the next one that we're going for. Let's check this out if it's any different. We will see, man. Wait, beat again by Abyusif? Yes, you can hear the bass. You can hear that this is produced by Abyusif. I just hear this after hearing 2 beats of him. I think that's the third one that I heard from him right now. You can hear it from the bass. That this is produced by himself.
كنا وصلنا لحد فين ونسينا أنا مش عارف أعمل في سحابة فوقي دايما بتمطر دايما بتفكر أشوفك هيك وبالليل بتنور سحابة فوقي دايما بتمطر دايما
I even think in this one the beat is really interesting because it's so focused on drums and bass. We have like something that sounds like a real drum set, what is not regular for hip-hop anyways. So we have this bass, we have it almost sounds like a rock song, but with vocals that sound pretty much having only wrong tones in it. So I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it reminds me in parts like from bands like Linkin Park or Limp Bizkit, going into that direction, but with vocals of like with a singer who can't sing. Actually, you know, I'm not hating on Abyusif, but I mean, it doesn't sound good. You know what I mean.
مش هينسينا أنا مش عارف أعمل جوايا في خوف بس بهرب منه جوايا في خوف بس بهرب منه جوايا في خوف بس بهرب منه بس بهرب منه بس بهرب منه سحابة فوقي دايما بتمطر دايما بتفكر بشوفك هيك والليل مش بتنور سحابة فوقي دايما بتمطر دايما بتفكر بشوفك هيك والليل مش بتنور مش بتنور.
Alright. I mean, I can't criticize the beat. The beat is pretty nice. The beat is actually fire. You know, you have these drums, as I said, the bass, but now, of course, you have a rhythm guitar in the back that now turns into a solo guitar in this part right here. Before it has pretty low tones, was just making the distortion sound that we had, but now it turns into he actually has a guitar solo for the song, and he produced this beat himself, you know. Alright. So, I mean, as I said, the beat was pretty interesting in this. We're going for the last song of this part of the album. I'm right now not sure if I should make a rating. I think that's not fair at this point because I just heard half of the album. So maybe it's better to make not a rating here. Aki, let's see.
أكي استنى بس أركز فكي بتلف على المايك يفهمني مش بشيب أنا فوق ده في دمي فوق مش هنقعد لسه نحكي ونودي إيه رأيك في الفن؟
الفن هو يعني شيء مجزء يعني
مين عايز يتلسع قفل؟ أنت مين عايز يتوزع قلم؟ أنت مين عايز يتضم بشغف؟ قشطة اللي بعضها
I have the feeling I know this beat. It's produced by Abyusif as well. Maybe it has similar sounds, but it sounds like he's using a sample that I know. So the beat once again is pretty cool, and this right here would have potential just from the beat. You can make it a really good song. You know what I mean?
ماشي بشويش ما اشغلش انا بالي بالخيش داخل سبر يعني بالبيج بعزف الى اغاني سولفيج راكب البيج رافض الصلح الفيك ما بتلتش انا عامل اتنين عامل ايه احمرت على دوني.
Wait, there was the cow sound. We had the cow in the very first song. That just leads me to think he's telling about different topics stretching over the songs, you know.
علم العقود اختارت شور انا حقق التارجت شور انا كتر الماركت شور ده لما ينزل هطلع بقر هيقلب مسرح على الفلوس هتمطع شلق بدوس بالقبضة سمك يموت متسلطن شبك نجوم في الضفرة تمن قلوب مش مطمع عجل عقود في المصمت سبق هجوم صب عمل اللجوء للمفرق انا السكوت والصخرة انا الردود بالشخطة شخطة عادي.
Now, to be fair, I think this is still the best song of what we heard today. I like the intro. I like the first track that was just about the talking, and because the visualizer was so cool. But from the musical aspect, this one is still the best, and I think it's still not good. You know, I think it sounds the best because they didn't overtune the voice. They didn't put too much effects on the voice. It sounds the best from the mixing perspective. The beat for me went bad from like it's worse than from the beginning because they taken out different synthesizers from the beat to keep it interesting. But yeah, I'm not sure.
أكي استنى بس أركز فكي بتلف على المايك يفهمني بشيب أنا فوق ده في دمي يا ابني لما الدرامز تخش أكي استنى بس أركز فكي بتلف على المايك يفهمني مش بشيب أنا فوق ده في دمي فوق مش هنقعد لسه نحكي ونودي مش في دماغي نقابلكم مش بس بقابلكم anyways.
You know how the beat started in the beginning, it sounded really good. I feel like because they took out different instruments and synthesizers, it's very empty at this point.
أنا أجمد حد فيكم رسمي بنطق الطاقة انت بتقولها ايه بسمعكم بقول انه قشطة بسميه بقرا الراب بعد ما بقى مربح اقرا الفنان لو بقى مسلم اوعى جوه قلوبكم بتخليني اكسرها عدد سهلة كان يساوي يجيبوا مرهم منكم حاجة عمري ما اختارها سلامة من بعيد ودي اقصى حاجة ممكن اعملها غير كده مش هضيع وقتي في معاكم تاني خالص ولا دادي ناقص ولا فادي راقص ولا عادي كابلز مسائل شخصية متسائل مرئيا دي جداول نقدية اساور فضية هلاوس لفظية اخش اكتب كورس عادي ولا انزل الملعب اعمل فاول حرفيا متزاون مع الساوند ترمية في ساعة وادينا بنعيش النتائج مرضية. أكي استنى بس أركز فكي بتلف على المايك يفهمني مش بشيب أنا فوق ده في دمي فوق مش هنقعد لسه نحكي ونودي
هل انت
I think this was the first song from the EP that we heard so far that actually proves that Abyusif is a good rapper. You know, in these other tracks it wasn't that obvious. In this one, it's showcasing that Abyusif is a good rapper, actually, you know. Let's listen to the end.
ساعات
Now, what I think is I should not make a second part right here. That is actually unfortunate because where we have it, like the tracks I reacted on today, like there are two of the other tracks, Hysteria, Replica, and Tati, which have more views than the others. You know, that's actually unfortunate because these might be the better tracks. But on the other hand, bro, if I'd be Abyusif, I would hate myself. Like, I would hate Cojak for making such a video. So maybe I should not do a second part, you know what I mean? Well, what is the purpose of making a video on this and saying it's bad? I made it right now because you told me to react to it, and I had many comments for this. Basically, where I would say, okay, I have to do it because when so many people are asking, I have to do it. But when I notice after half of the album, bro, it's absolutely not my cup of tea. I should not react on the second part. You know what I mean? Because I'm not making good publicity for Abyusif. I'm not making good advertisement for Abyusif. So why would I do this? Because I don't want to damage his reputation. You know what I mean? If I don't want to damage his reputation, I should not make a second part. That's my point I have in my head. I don't make a rating right now because, I mean, it wouldn't be good, but I should not make a rating right here. But yeah, I hope that's at least what I think is, if you like that I'm honest with you, write it down in the comments. If you don't like it, write it down in the comments as well. Like, I know there are a lot of fans of Abyusif probably right here under the video. If you want to support me, please sub to the channel, hit the bell. Thank you very much. Right here you can find another reaction from me on Egyptian rap. Right, you can find music from myself. If you check it out, thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Follow me on my socials and my people. I'm out.